So one thing I should probably explain, since people are probably new watching this and don't understand, there are two main types of ammunition. There's AP, which is for armor piercing, and there's HE, which is for high explosive. AP is a pretty typical bullet, except it has a steel or some other sort of material penetrating core in the middle. And the point of the AP shell is to deliver that core ideally as fast as possible to the enemy vehicle. As the higher velocity it has, the more likely it'll be to penetrate. It inflicts damage to the crew by sending out the armor of the vehicle inside the crew compartment, as well as, of course, the round itself entering. The only really upside is it's usually pretty good at penetrating, but yeah, it's not very easy to use, as it requires you to directly hit crew members, as well as other critical components like, say, the breech or the engine or the transmission or something. Not very good at long range because it's going to lose velocity, and just hitting them at all is going to be difficult, much less hitting, say, like a crew member. And on top of that, the post-pin damage can be pretty bad. Now, if it's a really big AP shot, it'll still probably kill the whole crew, but usually it's going to take multiple shots of AP to kill anybody. HE, on the other hand, uses a chemical reaction that happens when the round hits something with enough force. I don't think it's possible that it's going slow enough to not trigger the chemical reaction. It probably have hit the ground before that happens. But anyway, once the chemical reaction is triggered, the pressure will build up and it will explode in every direction. Now, this is really good against a lightly armored vehicle, as they don't really have a lot of armor, and even if you miss them, the HE can still deal damage or potentially still kill them. And if the HE is big enough, it can kill multiple enemy vehicles. It is very good at long distance because the chemical compound is going to do the same reaction no matter if they're right in front of you or they're 2 kilometers away. The problem with HE is that because the force is evenly distributed in every direction, it's usually not very good at penetrating armor. It can still work against heavily armored targets if your HE is really, really powerful, and in which case the shockwave it sends into the vehicle will still kill the crew. Oh yeah, something extremely important I forgot is that HE will detonate on any sort of obstacle between you and the target. So if there's like a fence or a railing or maybe like some sheet metal or something or a house, all that's going to detonate your HE. Now, there are other types of ammo that you'll see even at Tier 1, but the main other type of ammo you'll see is APHE, which, as you can probably guess, is, well, in an ideal scenario, the best of both worlds. It has a penetrating core, and it still has some explosives in it as well. So how it works is when it hits the target, it will start a fuse, which is calculated based on how much armor it can penetrate, and then the fuse will trigger the chemical reaction and it will explode. So ideally, you shoot them, it enters the vehicle, and while inside it explodes and kills everybody. However, the problem with the fuse is if their armor is really thin, you can potentially go through both sides of the vehicle and then it's going to explode somewhere behind them and not kill them. So it's not always better, and of course, because some of the mass that would potentially go toward the penetrator is going toward explosive, it won't have as much penetrating power as AP. However, in general, I would say if you have APHE, unless it's really weak, I would pack it over the alternatives, and then you can also bring some HE, maybe also some AP, just in case you run into someone you can't deal with effectively using your APHE. But usually APHE is one of the best types of ammunition, again, assuming everything works perfectly. If not, then you'll have to use like AP or potentially one of the other types of rounds available like APCR or HEAT, but those aren't available on most vehicles, so I'm not really going to go into depth too much on those.
America, America, America.
What the hell? I got a critical hit with my fucking machine gun. What the fuck? Oh my god, I could not see that guy at all. Get fucked, dude. So, when you load up the United States, you're going to be greeted with the M2A4 as well as the LVTA-1. The M2A4 is actually really good in my opinion. It has a quite strong round here. You can get, I believe this one's slightly better. Yeah, this one's, you can get a slightly better AP. Of course, it doesn't have any HE, which is kind of unfortunate because if you run into like other really light vehicles, it's not going to be ideal. But you can usually kill most vehicles in 2 shots with this thing. Oh no! Oh, he's not looking at me.
The enemy will win.
The armor is actually kind of okay. It's not like amazing, but it's pretty solid. It has basically the same armor everywhere, so if they can't pin you from the front or whatever, they probably can't pin you from anywhere. It's quite fast, and overall I really enjoy this vehicle. This is one of my favorites, which is good because there's a bunch of similar models we'll get to in a second. The LVTA one, I don't really have a lot of nice things to say about this thing, except that this right here gives you a shitload of armor just in that one spot. But yeah, it's kind of hard to kill this thing just because there's so many crew members at 6. It's kind of big and it's not very fast. It's pretty slow actually. Has the same gun as the M2A4. I would just not really recommend this thing, but it is kind of trolly just because it's so big.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Just tank that artillery. The first vehicle you can research at that's also at 1.0 is the M2A2, which is basically the same thing as the M2A4. So you'll notice there's 2 turrets instead of 1 though. Or has 2 machine guns, excuse me. It has 2 30 cal machine guns and 1 50 cal. The 50 cal is your main gun, which makes this thing a little tricky to use because you can pretty much only hit really weak vehicles. So like right here, if we go to the common belt, it can penetrate 30 millimeters, which isn't too bad. If we use the AP belt only, yeah, you can get 30. If we use the AP belt, we can get a little bit more. So yeah, it's not a lot of options, but you can definitely kill some vehicles with this thing, just like the M2A4, so I really like that. Yeah. Oh god, this is really bad. He's gonna blow us up. Oh no, he missed. I don't think I can pin this guy at all. Wait, is he dead? I guess I think my teammate killed him. Oh, right there's somebody. Oh my god. Yeah, we didn't even get an assist, but we distracted him. Oh, I can't fire my machine gun? I'm trying to fire my machine gun. I hear something. Oh, got him, baby. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Got a teammate? No teammate. Oh no. Now, as far as your other vehicles go, a lot of them are just based on the M2A4. Like this, I think is an earlier version of the M2A4. I'll have to double check on that one. The turret rotation speed is extremely bad, but otherwise it's basically just the same thing. And the M3 is, again, basically just the same vehicle as the M2A4, but it does have more armor on the front there, you'll notice. And then there's M22, which is kind of like M2A4. Again, as the same gun. It's quick, it's really small. Control some people with it. You can also get this M13 anti-air right here, and at first I wasn't really impressed with this thing, but after I had one specific game with this thing, it's really good at shooting down planes. The double 50 cals. I actually got a hit. Oh, I got a critical hit. Let's go, Pog. Let's go, aircraft destroy. Oh, fuck. Pog, let's go. Are really strong. It's okay against tanks, but you have to make sure you bring the AP belt, because this belt is half, or well, it's like partially incendiary, so you might have trouble killing with this thing. But yeah, the AP belt will definitely help you out. And then of course there's dedicated AP belt if you don't want the API belt, but it's basically the same pin. This is a really nice anti-air. This thing was miserable. The turret turned so incredibly slowly. Oh god, right, I forgot my fucking turret literally can't turn. Please. Oh my god, my teammate is literally dying right in front of me. You'll have to rotate the vehicle if you want to do any of that. If you want to do any shooting with this thing. The armor's okay, actually, in the front here. It can soak up a few hits. But yeah, my experience with this thing was abysmally bad. It does have a nice cannon up here on the top, which does pack heat. But yeah, I just did not have a good time with this thing. It's probably really strong in the right hands, especially with that heat round, but it did not work for me at all.
Im Licht liegt die Wiese so sommerwarm da. Der Hirsch läuft in Freiheit bald ein. Doch sammelt euch alle, ein Sturm ist da.
Oh my god!
Der morgige Tag.
The entire like X-ray in the top right turned red. So Germany has a bit of an unusual reserve lineup. First up, they have 3 different reserve vehicles, and they also have the only medium tanks at reserve tier. So you're going to start with the Panzer IIIe as well as the Panzer IIIB. The letter suffix indicates how far along it is. So the E version is a newer or later version than the B version. And then you're also going to start with the Panzerkampfwagen 35. So they're shortening Panzerkampfwagen just to Panzer on the Panzer III and others. Panzer means armor, Kampf means battle or war, and wagon means, well, wagon or car. So literally it's armored battle car or armored battle, vehicle basically, which, yeah, that definitely fits. So the Panzer IIIe has extremely good protection for this tier, and it has basically that protection everywhere. It even has this little like trolley thing right here where someone can accidentally hit both of these if they overlap. And then yeah, the only weak spot really is back here. It has 20 millimeters armor, but it even has the same 30 millimeters on the back of the turret, so it's very well protected. And it weighs 19 tons. You're gonna think, oh, it's really slow. Well, it must have an upgraded motor because it is very fast. It is not gonna hit 71, but I've had it hit 55, and it could definitely do 40 to 50 no problem. So it's actually quite fast despite being really heavy. Oh god, this poor dude right here. Does he see me? I think he sees me. I'm not sure though. Oh, I can't. Oh my god, this is funny. Oh my god. Dude, I just killed a small child. I feel bad. Oh, he's like a quarter of my size.
Attention to the map.
That's probably the same guy I just killed. Oh no, I feel bad. Oh my god. I'm bullying hard right now. Oh god, someone's behind me. Oh god, oh no, it's another little Italian dude.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Unfortunately, I'm actually pretty quick for him. What are we doing? What are we doing, Chief? How are we doing this? We're playing ring around this rock. Oh fuck, I missed. I think he gave up. Oh no. Now compared to the B model has less armor and it's slower. So unless you just really need to deploy another vehicle, I would not even send out the Panzer IIIB. I would just send out the Panzer IIIE. Now, the Panzer Kampfwagen 35, it has an older design, okay-ish armor on the front, not the best, and it's still kind of slow, but it still has the same 37mm cannon that the other two do. Let's take a look at that real quick. It has an adequate APHE, but it's good enough to penetrate most things, and the explosive effect is still pretty good. And if you need some extra pin, they do have APCR as well, though it's not going to do that much damage to the crew. And also, several of the German vehicles have smoke grenades, which is very uncommon. I think only like them in Great Britain have smoke grenades. I honestly forget to use them, but they're still very helpful. That guy was feeling very generous. Oh god, there's an enemy. Right there. Fuck. Oh, I killed the driver. Perfect. Oh my god. Wow, I cannot believe that killed him. I mean, I haven't... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't do it. There's nothing behind you. Is he turning? I can't tell if he's turning. I'm working on it. How slow is this thing? 8.3. He's already dead. So our next vehicle is the
Leichter Panzerspähwagen.
Thanks Google, which apparently means lightly armored spy wagon or car. This thing is really quite fast. I don't think it's going to quite hit that top speed. It has a little bit of armor. It will protect you just a small amount. And it has this single shot 20mm gun on the top. And it's not loaded with like regular ammo. It's loaded with APCR, which has a very good pin. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and you have, because it's single shot, you have to sit through the reload every time, but because it's really fast and you can pretty much penetrate anything you want with this thing, it's very strong. I don't know why it says the turret has a rotation speed, because the turret does not turn around on this model. You can only wiggle the gun back and forth, so watch out for that. And of course, if anybody dies, either two crew members die, that's it. So you got to be really careful in this thing, but I felt like it was very powerful and quite fun. It's also really easy to accidentally flip this thing. Well, I actually hit that guy, but unfortunately... Oh my god, there's no way I beat that guy. I killed his gunner. Oh fuck. I'm super dosed. What? How did I kill that guy? Hopefully this guy can't turn around very quickly. He spotted me, I'm sure. No way. Oh fuck, there's 2 LVTs. I'm super duper toast. Yep, I'm dead. Well, I tried. For our first entrant into this series of giant fuck-off cannons, we have the 15 centimeter SIG 33B. This thing has an absolutely insane HE right here. It gets 61 millimeters of pin, 8.6 kilograms of TNT. The only bad thing is it's really slow, so the drop's pretty bad. It also has a heat round with similarly bad velocity, but still has an absolutely insane amount of pin, especially at 1.0. Will obliterate just about anything. Nothing has enough armor to withstand this HE at 1.0, and I think this will probably even destroy some 2.0 vehicles. It has a pretty bad reload with 14 seconds, of course, and this 45 kilometer per hour top speed is very optimistic. I usually was going like 20 to 25, so it was probably the slowest vehicle that I drove, and the armor is pretty forgettable. It'll survive a machine gun, but that's about it. Oh, I see him. Oh my god! Every time you kill somebody with this thing, it's just evaporating. Panzer IIc looks extremely similar to the Panzer III. The armor is not as good though. It has some armor, but it's not great. And it has a fully automatic 20 millimeter cannon. The regular belt is half AP, half HE, which is not good. I do recommend switching to that regular AP belt as soon as you can. And it does okay. It doesn't have very many shots before you have to reload, so you should be careful with your shot placement, but it does okay. Alright, YOLO. I'm going to go around the corner and die probably. How did I not kill you, friend? Oh, you're not what I thought you were. That would explain. Okay, there we go. Oh god, there's a dude behind me who does not notice me. The first anti-air you'll get is the Flak Panzer, which I don't think there's really a translation for that. Well, Panzer means armor, of course. It has a little bit of armor here. Not much, but it has a little bit of armor on the front. Again, it has another 20 millimeter cannon, and it has 1 AP and 3 HE shots, and of course you can mix and match as you go. I did not really have any success with this thing. It's okay, but yeah, it's quite slow, has very little armor, and the gun's not especially powerful. I wouldn't really recommend it. And we have the Panzer IV, which, as you might expect, it has some armor on the front, kind of similar to the Panzer III, but the sides are not very well protected. However, it does have a very strong 75 millimeter. Here's the APHE. I'll probably do an overlay comparing the 37, 50, and 75 millimeter APHEs just so you can get a look at them. Somehow the 75 has less pin. Good job, Germany. And the machine gun can get a little bit of pin with some AP shots. Compared to the Panzer IIIe, is quite a bit slower because it doesn't have the upgraded engine, I'm assuming, and the armor is not as good. So basically, you're trading all that stuff for the better gun, and it gets quite a lot of pins. So the better gun is appreciated, but this thing is a little bit miserable to drive compared to the Panzer IIIe. I hope you weren't tired of the Panzer III because it comes back for the Panzer IIIF, and this one is still really fast, still has all the good armor, though I think it has slightly less armor on the turret, but it has a much nicer 50 millimeter cannon, and this will tear through just about everything you could possibly run into. I don't think there's anything that has even close to this much armor. Now, of course, if you put higher tier vehicles in your line. If you could run into something, this wouldn't penetrate, but I feel like this should have no problem going through, and if it doesn't, you have APCR as backup. So, yeah, it's really nice. It's just a straight upgrade from the Panzer IIIe. Really good vehicle. The Panzer Jaeger, which I'll have to look that one up, has a 47mm gun. It has a little bit of armor, and it's actually quite fast. I was able to easily hit this top speed in a lot of different terrain, and the 3 crew members very appreciated, since I mean, just one person can die and you're still good to go. The 47mm is quite powerful. Yeah, 87mm, nobody's going to stop that, and somehow if they do, you have APCR just in case. Yeah, this thing is quite strong. The only bad thing, of course, is that it doesn't have a turret. Sheesh. Gotta say, this is a very unusual vehicle. Most of the anti-airs don't have tracks like this. It's basically just the Flak Panzer, but now it has some armor actually on the front. It has a little bit of armor on the front, and still has the same kind of okay 20mm gun. The Panzer III-J is again basically the same as the Panzer III-F, just that it has even more armor in a few spots. So it has some better armor here in the front, on the hull especially. I'm saying that's 50, but I'm not seeing the turret armor to say that. So yeah, it has some better armor on the front, and it has some armor back here on the booty just in case you get shot from behind. And then we got this thing, which is an upgraded version of the armored spy car from earlier. It has a 10-shot, I'm assuming it's a magazine, or maybe it's a clip, I don't know. It does have a little bit of armor on the front here. The turret can actually turn around, and you're thinking, wow, so this is an upgrade from the vehicle you really liked earlier. It's great, right? Oh yeah, it's super great. See? Oh god damn it, I'm super dead. Nope, I'm dead. Well, I mean, all things considered, I feel like that went actually pretty well. Oh. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. This was the least fun vehicle that I played. By far. It was completely miserable. The default belt is half HE, which doesn't do anything. The AP shots are still pretty weak even when they do penetrate. And yeah, if you go all the way down here and unlock the high velocity AP, it's a little bit better at penetrating, but honestly, by that point, I was not interested in playing this vehicle anymore. It was miserable. I've dumped 10-shot mag or whatever it is after 10-shot mag into people and done absolutely fucking nothing. This was a nightmare. Did I talk about the Panzer IV-E? It's basically the same thing as the Panzer IV-C, except it has a little bit more armor on the front. And it's a little bit faster. Compared to the earlier model, the Panzer Kampfwagen 38 is basically just faster than the 35 model. And then comparing the F model to the A model, the F model has improved armor. As you can see here, it's basically double in every location. So over here we have about 25 on the front, angled a little bit. So this over here we have 50 with some angling and some extra tracks there in a few places. And then it even has 30 around on the back. So pretty well protected, and it's decently quick. So I'd say it's quite the upgrade compared to the 35 model, but the gun is still the same, so it's getting a little bit weak, but you will be decently protected.
Sturmgeschütz.
Which means assault gun. Storm means storm. Absolutely fucking hate this thing. For starters, that 50 armor it says on the front. 30 millimeters. And guess what's right behind that? The trans-fucking-mission. And guess what you can't do if the transmission's out? Yeah, that's right, you can't fucking turn because you don't have a turret. The Stug does have a low profile, which helps you hide behind rocks and other things, but it's bad sometimes because you won't be able to see through like grass, and of course you won't be able to shoot over a rock if you're hiding behind it, so you'll have to poke yourself out from behind cover, and if you get your tracks shot, of course you won't be able to do anything, so it's not easy. It does have a pretty powerful heat round you can unlock here pretty early that gets 80 millimeters of pin, and there's an upgraded version which has 100 millimeters of pin, which are both quite effective. The only problem is getting them onto the target might be difficult, but if you can, it's pretty powerful, and it does have a fast reload considering the gun is 75 millimeters, so there's definitely some upsides to the Stug, but the downsides make playing it pretty unfun, at least for me. Maybe I just got unlucky. Yep. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually hit that guy. Fuck. Fuck, I shot too high. I literally ran out of ammo. The Schutzpanzerwagen. I'm absolutely sure I butchered that. So I loaded this thing up, I was ready to shit on it, but I gave it another try, and actually it went pretty well. It has the same heat round that the Stug has, both the, of course, the B and the C, the upgraded one. It's a little bit slow. I didn't get that top speed, it was probably just because I was in the mud. The gun is pretty powerful though, and it reloads quickly like the Stug, so I guess basically it's the Stug but better, and so I'd say that's probably pretty decent. The armor it's pretty thin. It'll protect you from a 30 cal machine gun and maybe from some non-AP 50 cal. Oh shit. There's a steward. He definitely sees me. Just kidding, no he didn't. The M35 could be coming around behind me.
Most of the zones are under control.
Oh my god, I didn't even see it. I just took a guess. I had to weave that in there because heat explodes on stuff. Oh no. Overall, I would say I was pretty happy with Germany's Tier 1, though there were some stinkers like that thing and that thing, but otherwise, I'd say pretty decent time. When you select the Soviet Union, you will be greeted with the BT-5 and the T-26. Like a lot of other countries, the Soviets have a specific gun that they really like to put on most things, and in this case it's the 45mm 20K cannon. The APHE around this BR-240. I don't know if they have some kind of munitions wizards over there, but this thing is nuts. It will penetrate just about anything up to, I think, even like 2.7, and it has quite a lot of TNT, so it will usually one-shot most vehicles. Not all of them if they have like 5+ crew members, which some definitely do, but if they only have 2 or 3, which is pretty common at Tier 1, it'll usually one-shot them. The T-26 and BT-5 are both British designs that the Soviets have swapped their gun onto, and the T-26 looks extremely similar to another tank we're going to analyze later. It has just enough armor to survive machine guns, and that's pretty much it. It's not very fast, but the gun is, like I said, quite powerful, and the reload is pretty solid. It's an okay tank, but I really wouldn't recommend it just because the other option is the BT-5, and this thing is really good. It has a pretty similar armor, just a little bit more, but the big thing here is this horsepower gives it very fast acceleration, and it will easily hit this top speed on basically any terrain, and it doesn't have any problem keeping it. In the intro, you saw me get 2 kills there, but what you didn't see was how fast I was able to get there with a teammate. We capped the point, and that was all before the enemy even got close to the point. So yeah, this thing's speed is definitely really appreciated, and its gun is, like I said, definitely effective up to, I mean, it'll penetrate stuff even 3.0 and higher, just depending on what you're shooting at, but there are some heavily armored tanks that will eventually start bouncing this shot, but as long as you're not running into those, this thing is a monster. One of my favorite vehicles for sure. Probably the best reserve vehicle, or at least it's in the competition for it for sure. Oh my god, I bullied that guy.
We don't have the advantage anymore. Attention to the map!
One of the first vehicles you can unlock is the T60, which has a little bit of armor on the front. I'd call that an optimistic 35 millimeters right there. It's effectively 35. Now, it does not have the 45 millimeter. It actually has a 20 millimeter cannon. Now, unlike all of the other 20 millimeters that have like 5 to 10 rounds, this thing has a 58 round belt, which is really nice. The ammo is not the best because the default is a mixed API and fragmenting. So you ideally like to replace this with like the API belt or the AP high velocity belt. Ooh, that actually gives you quite a bit more penetration. But yeah, it is kind of short. Looks like it uses the same chassis as the T26. It is a fair bit quicker though. Only has 2 crew members though. This thing can have some trouble against more heavily armored things like the Panzer III might give you some trouble unless you have the high velocity AP belt. Overall, it's not my favorite, but it's getting compared to the BT5, so that's pretty hard to beat. It's okay. I would definitely recommend you take it out over the T26 because while the cannon is arguably quite a bit worse, because it's 4 tons lighter, it's a lot faster.
Destroy enemy troops!
That took out my transmission? What? You can also unlock pretty early the SU-51. Now this one does not have the 45 millimeter. It has this 76 millimeter cannon, which gets a bit more pin, not as much as you would think, necessarily going from 45 to 76, but it does get 87 millimeters of pin, and you can use the AP if you really need some extra pin. It goes up to 99, but I don't know if I'd recommend it. Yeah, you got a pretty nice HE here, and I don't know what's up with these shrapnel shells. I've been told to avoid them, but yeah. So you got pretty solid APHE, a quite good AP, and then also an HE if you need that as well. The only problem with this thing is you only get 8 shots, and you are not going to hit this 30 kilometers per hour unless you're like on the pavement for an extended period of time. And again, it has just enough armor to like not die immediately to a machine gun, but it will from the back, obviously, because you don't have armor back there. The reload is quite fast. It's kind of hard to use this thing. If you can, it's pretty powerful. Target destroyed. Let's go, baby. Am I dead? Not yet. Oh, I think I shot too high. Oh, I hit him. Hit him again. I can maybe him a little lower. Target destroyed. Let's go. I don't really know what to say about this thing. It has 4 7mm machine guns on the back. That's it. Just don't use it. Okay, we traded our 4 7mm machine guns in for one 50 cal, and oh boy, this thing is a monster at destroying tanks on the ground. I don't know about tanks in the air. If you can connect, it's probably going to work, but for destroying tanks, it is definitely good at that. You can bring in the API, gets 34 millimeters a pin. You'll just have to deal with the classic shooting over the hood problem, which is an issue on pretty much every truck with a gun in the back.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the map.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. There's no way. Oh god dang it. It's over. Okay, well my dumbass forgot to hit the record button. So here we are. Watching the replay. Boom, baby. Aiming is messing me up on that. There we go, got that one too. Continuing on down the tree, you'll get access to the BT7 as well as the BT7M, which, as far as I can tell, just quick looking at the stats, are basically identical to the BT5. It looks like it has a little bit more horsepower, so it's a little bit faster, but overall you're going to get a really similar experience playing any of these three. Now the T26 upgrades in the T26-4, which has a different gun on it. Has the 76 millimeter. Let's see, is that the same one that the SU-51 has? No, it's slightly different. Let's take a look at that ammo. It has a pretty bad APHE. Yeah, this is much worse. This is even worse than the 45 millimeter. The HE is a little bit more powerful, but the APHE is definitely not great. As you can see, I haven't even really played that thing. It's also pretty slow. I'm not really sure why you'd want to play this thing. I mean, honestly, the T26 just seems better. Like, if the ammo's better, I don't know why you'd even drive this thing. You can also get the SU-76M pretty quickly. Now, it has a little bit of armor on the front. There's 25, there's a 30, another 25, and it has a 76 millimeter gun as well, but this one is a lot more powerful. This one can get 96 millimeters pen with the APHE. You can get 99 with the AP, and then you can get 125 with the APCR and 80 with the heat. So there's quite a few options for this one. There's also there's also this APHE, which has even more pen, but I'm guessing it has less explosives. Yeah, it has less explosives, but more penetrator. This is a pretty powerful gun. It is quite slow though, and the reload is a little bit slow. So this thing's pretty good for sniping if you want to bring the heat rounds especially. But even the APHE, even at 500 meters still gets 84 millimeters of pen. At 1,000 meters gets 74 millimeters of pen, which is definitely plenty for this BR. It is 2 BR though, so you could potentially get up tiered to 3.0. You might run into some stuff that can maybe survive that, especially at distance. I'd like to be able to kill this guy if I could fucking aim down. That didn't kill him. Okay. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. T70, it's the T60 basically, though there's a little bit more armor on the front. Yeah, there's 50 armor right there, and then there's some more here, but it has the 45 millimeter, so it's basically previous model, but yeah, we have the wonderful BR240 again, and it's decently quick. It's a solid vehicle. Oh yeah, the turret rotation speed is pretty bad, so watch out for that. Last but most certainly not least, we have the T28, which is a monster, 25 tons. It's still actually not that slow at 40 kilometers per hour. It has some armor. I wouldn't call it great armor, but it has some armor. It has several machine guns, as you can see, and the 76mm cannon from the T-26-4, which is not very good. I mean, you can take it out, but the gun is significantly worse even than this, the T-26. So, and it takes longer to reload. I don't know if I'd recommend this thing. It's kind of funny, and some people will have trouble killing because they just don't know where to shoot. I have had that difficulty with it sometimes. I'm just really not exactly sure where to shoot. So let's look at the X-ray. Where do you want to shoot? Okay. Well, it looks like, yeah, that plate right there is definitely going to be doing some heavy lifting. That's kind of like this is like the shoot me plate right here, because that'll hit, yeah, that'll decapitate the driver and then like hit the loader in like the waist, and probably potentially hit the commander and the gunner in like the legs as well. And then you might hit the ammo too, depending on how much ammo they brought. Great Britain starts out with the A-13 Mark I, as well as the Tetrarch Mark I. Now, I went and looked it up, and I'm pretty sure there's not a Tetrarch II, so I don't know why there's a 1 after it. The A-13 has, again, like many similar tanks of this tier, just enough armor to barely squeak through. Tetrarch's pretty similarly armored. They're both quite fast, especially the Tetrarch is very quick. You can get pretty much anywhere you want to go in this thing really quick. Both of these also have excellent turret depression at negative 15 degrees. They're both packed into 40mm cannon, which comes with an APHE. You do have to unlock it. It's a little bit down there a little bit, but it gets 66mm of pin at perfect conditions. And you also have an AP shot here. You have you have this AP shot if you need some extra pin. I don't really have anything like special to say about the A-13. It was solid as far as I can remember. Though the Tetrarch was a little bit better just because it's fast and it's a little smaller, so you can kind of hide with it and get in some cheeky spots and blow them up from behind. These also both have smoke launchers, which is again something I think pretty much only them and Germany have. You do have to get down here to unlock it though. So those can come in handy if you need to make a retreat or maybe cover for a repair for you or an ally, or if you just want to distract the enemy potentially with a giant smoke screen, you can do that too. Okay, we got it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see something here. I think. Oh, there's a fucking bush in the way. Yeah, that's definitely an enemy. Oh, I didn't do any damage. Okay. Got him. Oh, I think he sees me. He's turning this way. Oh, no, he's not turning this way. Aim the gun, you fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god. He's gonna see me.
The enemy is winning.
Can I really not aim the gun down? Thank you. There we go. It's the M2. Again, the Brits are calling it the Stuart. The reason I'm saying it's American is because it has this right here. Brits use 7.9 in the 40mm, so this has American guns on it. Now this thing actually has pretty solid armor, though it is 1.7, so you'd expect a little bit better armor for being a higher tier. I mean, it's the Stuart. There's like 10 of these. It's pretty common. You're likely to run into it. You'll probably play it. The only bad thing is yeah, you only get between these two ammo options, which are both just AP. This one's obviously better. So no APHE, no even regular HE, unfortunately. So if you run into a really light target, you might have trouble killing them with just the AP. So have to be careful about that. Oh god. Drive right into it, motherfucker. light AA Mark 1. I don't know. What am I going to say about this thing? It's pretty quick, actually. It has tiny little itty bitty bit of armor, and it has 4 8mm. Probably shoot down some planes with this thing. Probably not going to have any luck against ground vehicles. Let's see what we can shoot here. The AP belt, yeah, only gets 13mm a pin at perfect conditions, so there's not really much chance you're going to shoot any tanks with this thing. This is pretty much aircraft exclusive. Also, that's like the only thing I can possibly kill. Whoa, fuck off. Oh, I ran out of ammo. God dang it. Where's that enemy in front of me? Oh, right here. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I ran into the tree. This is funny. Oh my god, thank you. Critical hit.
The enemy controls most of the strategic zones.
He's gonna crash probably, right? Oh, I'm out of ammo. Shit. That guy is coming in. Please reload, please reload, please reload. Okay. Oh, I got a critical hit. Aircraft destroyed, let's go. It's the A-13, but slightly different this time. The only difference is they added some armor to the hull right here and right here. That's literally it. Daimler Mark II. Now, there's not a Daimler Mark I. Now, unlike the Tetrarch, this has wheels, so it will have some difficulty on some terrain, but it's still quite fast, and you will not have any problem getting anywhere you want to go unless it's like up a muddy hill or something. It might probably struggle with that. And again, it has just enough armor. Same 40mm from earlier. Not really a whole lot to say here, but this is quite a fun vehicle. I do recommend this one for sure. Oh shit, our teammate got killed.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
There we go, target destroyed. Where the hell did he go? Where did he go? Cotton Eye Joe. Fuck. Oh, he's behind me. he tried. He went. I went around, and he just went. He pressed. He held W down. Yeah, he just held W. Oh God! Wait, can I pin this guy? Oh, wait, I can't. I am very glad I went back and played this thing because it is an absolute beast. It shreds ground vehicles and does pretty well against aircraft too. 250 cal is not to be underestimated, and your armor will help protect you from planes. Light vehicles, they just disappear when you pull the trigger in their direction. Oh my goodness. Fucking eviscerated. Oh no. Oh no! I barely looked at him. Death wand for the squeezy boy. Let's see. Oh, there he is.
Need backup.
Dead. What?
Attention to the designated grid square.
Hello, Mr. Blaine. Boom, baby, let's go. Let's go, aircraft destroyed. Oh, I ran out of ammo. Can my brother get a plane to shoot? I hear something. Oh, fuck. I did.
We're winning. Excuse me.
What are you doing, sir? Let's go. Extremely good, and it's super fast. Love it. Well, I was really hoping I could tell you what all of these names mean, but there's not. Well, I mean, there's probably some information out there, but unless I like ask somebody from Japan, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out. So you start with the Kenny and the Agoko. The Kenny is pretty standard for an interwar vehicle. It doesn't have a lot of armor. It's decently quick, not really a big crew. The gun is okay. It has an APHE, which will bounce off some stuff, especially at distance, but it's pretty alright. This thing overall, I'd say it's pretty good. Also has a really nice gun depression.
The enemy is controlling most of the zones.
Oh god damn it. Fuck. Oh! Now, this thing, it's very slow. It has really bad armor. But the ammo it shoots, this thing right here, is a really good. Now, it is quite slow, but this will blow up just about anybody you run into from any distance. It's very nice. I definitely liked playing this thing, which unfortunately was not very much. He's gonna kill me before I get this range. Oh my god, no, we got him. Oh, yes, we got him. Let's go. Oh my god, why did you stop, bro? I got a critical hit. Ah, oh, he's too fast. Oh, I see somebody. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Type 94. It's... I don't know how... you're not going to hit this top speed. It can go decently quick, but... yeah, it's okay against aircraft. I didn't really have the best time with it. And against tanks it does okay, but if someone looks at you funny, you die. So... definitely not the best. This thing. Okay, well first up, let's look at what it shoots. It shoots... Don't bother. It shoots this thing right here, which has 7 kilograms of TNT. It's a very slow, so you got to be careful, or you're gonna miss low most likely. But this vehicle, I absolutely hate it. But this thing it fires is very powerful. Pretty much everything else is mediocre. The armor on the front is basically just 25. So it's pretty awful. The reload is very slow, 17 seconds. If you can kill someone and then like hide or something, you might be able to get more than one kill. Did I mention that it has a machine gun? I feel like I should mention that it has a machine gun, and honestly I think I forgot it had a machine gun while I was playing it. I'm dead. Yep. Aim the gun up, please. No.
Attention to the map.
No fucking way! Oh my god! Holy shit! So as you'll notice, this is above the reserve vehicle. So I believe this used to be the reserve vehicle, because once you get down here, you'll unlock it automatically. So it's kind of similar to the Candy, except the ammo is significantly worse. Do not shoot at a Panzer III, even if they're like right in front of you. It might not go through. The Chiha. It's kind of like the Igoko, but it's a little faster. It has some more armor. Actually has some okay-ish armor, and it has a pretty nice 57mm gun which has this heat round, and it will smoke stuff. I'm pretty sure that's the exact same heat round that the Igoco has. Yeah, it is. I don't really have much nice to say about this thing. The semi-armor piercing ammo has 1.3 kilograms of explosives, which is actually pretty good, and I would pack it over this thing because it actually does get some penetration. It's pretty powerful, but the reload's slow, and you have 7 people in here somehow. Somehow they crammed 3 people down. Now, how do you have 7 crew? Oh my god, you have 3 guys stuffed under there. What do they even do? There's a BT-42. Oh, I hit the driver.
We're controlling most of the zones.
Attention to the map.
Oh, fuck me.
Affirmative.
Oof. Dude, I was this close to killing them. Okay, I guess I wasn't. So you can unlock this thing here, the Kami, right below the Kenny, and I don't really have anything good to say about it. The armor is pretty abysmal. I guess has a little bit of armor here in the front, like right there. Oh my goodness. It's somewhat quick, but the ammo is, let's see, this one's actually kind of okay. This Type 1 here. It has some decent pin and explosives. Reloads pretty quickly. I don't know. I guess it is a 1.0, so I mean I guess it's just like having an extra reserve vehicle. It's definitely way better than the Hago, of course. And then the Ho-E, or Ho-I, I don't know. It does have a little bit of armor in the front. It has 50 in some spots, like right here. Upper front plate. Effective thickness 48 because it's sloped so much. Oh my goodness. You could have at least made that like 20 millimeters, guys. Come on. So it has like a little bit of armor in the front, but everywhere else, and it's at 2.0, it's going to get penetrated by everything probably. On the plus side, you can unlock this heat round right here, which is very strong. It's a bit slow, so you're going to have to use the rangefinder pretty liberally or be very careful. But this penetrates a lot, and it is very dangerous. Oh my god, that poor guy. Yes! Oh shit, there was another guy. Okay, well, China just has vehicles that are used in other trees that I've already played with somebody else, so I don't have to play them. Wait, what's that? The MALAC is oh god damn it, why would you do that? I just got finished playing this thing a little bit, and oh my goodness, I don't know if there's enough good things I can say about this thing. The 50 cal right here is almost your main gun. I killed so many people with the 50 cal.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
50 cal, please carry me 50 cal. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Oh no! This thing is really good. It is. I don't think it's going to hit 90, but it is very fast. It's just all around excellent. I mean, it doesn't really have a lot of armor. You can maybe use some machine gun fire, but if you can come up behind the enemy team, which is not hard with how fast this thing is, and you can absolutely destroy people with just the 50 cal at 1.0, this thing is amazingly good. Holy shit, dude. So, Italy, much like everybody else, has a favorite gun they like to put on their stuff, and in this case, it's the 20mm, which they put on the AB-41, the L640, AS-42, and the L3. Now,
Auto blinda.
means armored car, and then Caro Armato does not mean armored car, it actually means tank, apparently. The 20mm is pretty depressing if you have the default clip or magazine or whatever it is, because of course half of them are HE, and you can then lock the API belt as well as the high velocity AP. When you have the default belt, basically half your shots don't do anything because they only get 2mm a pin, which is pretty rough. The AB-41 is one of my favorite vehicles. It is extremely fast. It's pretty small, so you can hide with it. By the way, these wheels are just for spare, though. Those don't actually turn or do anything. Reload is kind of long at 7.7 seconds. Every fight in this thing can easily be your last one, so it's kind of exhilarating to play, I suppose. But I could definitely see it being frustrating, especially for newer players, because you're going to roll up to a lot of people and they're going to one-shot you with their APHE. But if you can take out the gunner first, you'll have a good time. Just be careful. Oh, geez, that's not good. Oh, fuck me. We just got stuck, didn't we? No! Can I turn? Who says this thing can't go for a fucking road? Holy shit. Okay, now the problem is I gotta get around this tree. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. No, seriously, what is that? Oh, that's him. Hell yeah. Oh my god, I cannot believe I killed that guy. I gotta get some speed, my man. I'm sorry. No! Oh, teammate, you are asking a lot, but I will try. Alright, Mario's speedy mechanic shop. Coming to you wherever you need. In the middle of nowhere. I don't see anything, Chief. Oh, god damn it. Of course. He's gonna reload before I probably. I don't know what his reload is actually. This thing 30 millimeters on the front. Okay, that's a lie. Yeah, it has 30 millimeters right here and right here, but right here it only has 20 millimeters. Now it is sloped, so technically it's actually better than this armor, but yeah. 47, that's really optimistic. This thing is quite slow and has all the same downsides as the AB-41, but doesn't really have the upsides because it's pretty slow and it only has 2 crew members. So yes, it has more armor, but the armor's not really that great, and the 2 crew members mean you'll die pretty much instantly. I would recommend avoiding this thing for sure. Now this thing, oh my goodness. I'll show some test drive footage. This thing is abysmally bad. It says it has an APHE, but it has 1 gram of explosive mass. It might as well be AP. This thing's gonna obviously get blown up in one shot. I shouldn't have said anything. The fuse is too long. Oh, I can't look at it. Like, the fuse is too long. Yeah, no, that was literally just AP. Okay, hopefully this should go much better. No, it did not go any better. It's just behaving like AP to me. Maybe there's not enough explosive filler in there. Oh god. It reloads really quickly, at least. I appreciate that. Oh no, this is 1 belt. There are some worse vehicles for France we'll get to in a second, but excluding those, this might be the worst vehicle at Tier 1. And then there's this thing, which I guess it's like a car. I mean, I'd almost call it like a platform with wheels and a gun. It's quite... Okay, you're not going to get 92 in this thing, but it is quite fast, and you actually get more ammo for some reason in your belt. I guess it's a magazine, it looks like. Maybe, yeah, you get a bigger magazine in this thing for some reason. It has 12 rounds instead of 8. It's pretty powerful, and compared to like the L6, I'd definitely rather take this thing out. So the M11 as well as the M13 and the M14 are all extremely similar, except that the M11 has a 37mm gun. Here you can see it gets 39mm pen, and it has less armor, has 14 on the sides, whereas the M13 and M14 have 25 on the sides, and they get a better 47mm gun. Here you can see it gets 55mm of pen. I'd say overall they're pretty average. They have like average armor and average speed. The gun's pretty decent, but yeah, there's not really anything too exciting about them. They're alright medium tanks. This is probably not smart. Oh. Oh fuck, I didn't kill him. Okay, there we go. I'll take a kill assist. That's fine. Creep around here. Okay. I think I exploded their ammo. Okay, I'll take that. Is that an enemy? That's an enemy. He's about to kill me. Oh, okay. I don't know why you came out again there, sir. Oh, he killed my transmission. Okay. I hear something. Oh, we're probably dead. Unless that guy's totally blind. I guess that guy's totally blind. Well, we got him. 2nd place. Cool. This thing is actually really good. The armor on the front is pretty decent. You get 30mm. That'll protect you from some stuff. Not everything, but it'll protect you from some stuff. Oh god, this has a lot of armor right here. 50mm. Wow. The only weird thing is the commander, I think, sticks his head up for some reason. I don't know why this guy's sticking his head up though. He's not even looking. Again, it has the 47mm, which is very good. You can also bring some HE if you want. This is a really good tank to short gun. Yeah, you go hit. Oh, behind us. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. No, come back. Oh fuck, oh his engine just tanked that whole boat. There we go, we got him, baby. Yes, let's go! What are you doing? Oh, that was too high. I'm stupid. I forgot to readjust. That somehow didn't kill him. There we go. He's about to kill me, I think. Please, please, please. Okay.
The enemy is winning. We've got to counterattack.
Wow, this thing's not very good at killing shit, is it? Might get a kill assist. Oh, there's an enemy in the distance over there. Oh my god, I actually got that guy. Holy crap. There we go. Target destroyed ×2. Let's go. Oh boy, it's the milk truck. So it has 6 crew members, which honestly there's so many funny times where people are shooting me and they just couldn't kill me because there's so many crew on this thing.
Our forces have captured
If
the zone.
only there was an enemy around for me to shoot.
Allied forces have captured the
You're behind me, aren't you? No? Where the hell are you, dude? No, seriously. What the hell happened? No, seriously, what the fuck? Oh, you're all the way over there. How the fuck? I can't even see you. That was way too high. I can't shoot that one. Gonna cook off the ammo, buddy? Okay, this has 30 millimeters armor. Chief, where? You got 1 millimeter structure steel. Are you telling me this wood counts? 15 millimeters of wood? Is that what you're telling me this thing has? Or are you telling me that this 30 millimeter gun barrel is that armor? Is that what you're telling me? This thing has no armor. I don't know why they're lying to you. But the gun cannot aim down in the front, obviously, so it makes it very awkward to use this thing. I really did not have any success in this thing. The 100 millimeter cannon sounds impressive, and actually you can get Hesh in this thing, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, I just couldn't get this thing in a position ever where it would actually do anything. I was extremely impressed with this thing. Again, it has the perforating grenade ammo, which is pretty common on these. This APHE of the 47mm is very good. You will one-shot a lot of things. This has a pretty low profile, and it's pretty easy to hide behind like a short hill. Okay, you're not that quick, but you are fast. You can easily go like 60, I think. Again, I don't know where they get these top speeds. This is extremely optimistic, but you can definitely hit 50 to 60 on this thing pretty easily. It goes off-road pretty well, despite being, not having tracks. Really, France. Oh my god, I cannot believe I one-shot that thing. Oh fuck, that's an enemy, isn't it? I feel sorry for this guy. Oh my god. Where are you? Where'st? Oh, I see you. Little shit. Shit, non-penetration. Fire, fire, fire. Oh my god, oh my god. Are we dead? Fuck. That's just a pile of fucking... Oh god, we're super dead to that, yeah.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Reload this bitch, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, when you load up France, you're going to be greeted with the AMD-35 and the H-39. So, AMD-35's stat card actually looks pretty good. It has a very high top speed, 72 kilometers per hour. The armor looks pretty decent, has good depression, and the armor penetration looks really good. However, there's a few problems. Number one, the 25mm gun is not very good, and it only has AP. It shoots 310 grams of metal at them, which doesn't do a lot. The penetration looks good. I'm not really sure why it's that good actually, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. And I don't know who is telling me this top speed, but you'll be lucky if it hits 50 kilometers per hour in this thing. The biggest downside is it only has this AP shot. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing most of the time, but because this vehicle's kind of quick, if you want to like rush to the point, guess who you're going to run into? Yeah, you're going to run into these two assholes, and your AP shot is going to do nothing, and they're going to smoke you instantly with their 20mm. If this thing had HE, it'd probably blow them up pretty well. Nope, we're okay. Oh, AMD 35, let's go! Somebody. I got teamwork. AMD 35 killed somebody. Let's hog. Shoot me. Shoot me instead. Let's go! Was that? I think that. Oh, behind us, behind us, behind us, behind us, behind us. Dude, this guy is insane. Oh my god, how did he survive that? He's gonna kill me. No! No! I ricochet. Wow, holy shit. Now would be the time where we get shot when there's somebody right in front of us. Steady the gun. Target undamaged. Ha. Oh my god. Oh, it was C-35. Okay, I was like, what is this thing?
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I was gonna say I don't see anybody, but oh, this house is in my way. Oh well, I got a critical. I killed the engine. All right. On the plus side, the Hotchkiss 39 is well, actually I think this is the 1939 version of the 1935 Hotchkiss. Oh no, wait, Char. Bro, you guys not know what H means? Okay, this is the Hotchkiss 35. I don't know what you're talking about. This thing is actually pretty good. The armor is legit 40mm everywhere. Like right here, like this. Okay, so right here, this is sloped. So it's not quite 40mm right here, but this is really good. This is really good. This is really good. And it has this armor basically everywhere, even on the back. The only place it doesn't have armor is on the top, which is still 22mm, and that's more than most things have on the front at this tier, so this is extremely well protected. Enemies will definitely have trouble killing you, especially at a distance. The only problem is the 2 crew members, which means if you eat an AP shot, you're dead. It's actually pretty quick despite being 12 tons. I really like this vehicle a lot. The gun is not the best. It does fire the projectiles over twice as heavy from the AMD-35, but somehow it gets less penetration. It is slower, but I'm not sure what's up with that. This gun is not very good. It will have trouble against a lot of vehicles unless they're like 2 crew members.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
just need to kill the driver. No? That didn't hit the driver? Oh my god, are you serious? How is he not dead? Holy shit. Yep, I'm coming. Oh shit. I can't tell what that is actually. Oh, I'm not hitting the driver, is the problem. There we go. Dear God. Oh, there's an enemy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, fuck. I gave away my position. Turn the turret around, you fuck. Oh God, he's gonna kill me. Oh my God. I should probably... Oh. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Aim the gun around. That did not do anything. Fuck. My goodness, I'm surprised that worked. Fuck. Oh my God, are you serious? I can't fire my actual gun, but we can dance around a little bit. This seems to just be an earlier version of this thing. It has basically the same armor, and it looks like it has the same gun. Let me double check the ammo. Yeah, it has the same shot, but it's a lot slower at 20 kilometers per hour. So you're going to get a similar experience, but you're going to be a lot slower. So I don't know if I really recommend this thing. Okay, I know there's some jokes where it's like, oh, we're just making a tractor. That's a tractor. Literally a tractor with 4 13 millimeters on the back. This thing is very powerful. The only problem is your only shot is just AP, which makes it not very good at killing planes. You will hit a lot of planes with your spray of bullets, but it's probably not going to do anything to them. Now, on the flip side, if you can get this into a position against ground vehicles, 4 13 millimeters will rip a lot of vehicles with this tier apart. But obviously, basically everything that's not the gun is pretty undesirable, and there's only 3 crew members, so it's really easy to kill you. Oh, here comes a plane. Let's get it. Oh God, we got a critical hit instantly. Oh, I'm shooting too high. Okay, enemy kill assist, I'll take it. Oh God. This is very dangerous. Did you get him? Police. Oh my God. Oh, I got a critical hit. What is that? It's a squeezy boy. Get fucking obliterated. What is this thing? Is this also a squeezy boy? I don't know what that is. Ooh, ooh, oh my goodness. We were so close to dying right there. Wow, I'm very surprised that we survived that long. Okay, so making our way over here, the AMC-35, which is completely different than the AMD-35. I don't know how, I guess this is an upgrade from this thing up here, not the AMD-35, but it has some okay armor. 25 on the turret will give you some protection. This thing, honestly, not especially good, but just compared to the other vehicles, and it's 47mm, this thing will actually kill some stuff. The only problem is it's not super quick, and the low armor, it's kind of a glass cannon, except the cannon's not really that good. Am I blind? Oh no, it's more over here than I thought. Well, I actually got that. Oh my goodness, we did. What the hell did I just hit? I think that's a Stewart, or that's an M2. Whoo! Got him, baby. D2. Okay. This thing, I guess this is supposed to be an upgrade, I think from the Hotchkiss 39 or something. I'm not exactly sure, but the armor on this thing is very good as well, like the Hotchkiss. Yeah, so from the front it has 48mm, and the lower plate is fucking almost indestructible because it has a much steeper angle. And then again, the turret has some solid armor and still has good armor. Though this is not. Actually, that's still sloped pretty nicely. So yeah, this thing has some really solid armor. It does have an extra crew member. It is excruciatingly slow, especially uphill. It will. This will. By the time you get to the point, your team will have captured the point, lost the point to the enemy, and then your team will be pushing again by the time you get up there. Probably. It does have extremely good negative guidance at 18. That's a very good. The reload's decent, and again, it just okay. Now these two right here actually get HE, which I do recommend you bring, because there are some vehicles you'll be able to disable their gunner potentially, but not be able to finish them off. And this HE is very welcome. It's not a very powerful HE, only has 4mm of pin, but against a lightly armored vehicle, you will be happy you brought this thing along. It saved me several times. I need to aim up. There we go. Okay.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Enemy forces have captured the zone.
Enemy is controlling most of the zones.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory.
Sure is.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
try HE. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, that worked.
Airlock Hawker has captured a zone. Attention to the map. Attack the sea point.
And the S-35 is very similar. Let's see. They both weigh exactly the same amount with the same crew, with a somewhat similar armor layout, with the same gun. Okay. It's quite a bit faster. The armor on the front is not quite as good because that lower plate is not angled as much, but still quite well armored. Has the same gun with the same ammo, and it is quite a bit faster. The Loring 37L with this, I don't know what's called 30. I'm guessing that's what year it was made. With this, it comes with a 47mm. Now, unfortunately, it still just has AP, but oh my god, look at that pin, and it shoots a quite massive projectile at 1.7 kilograms. This thing is a monster. If you are not getting shot, which again with the armor on his is pretty bad, but if you can snipe enemies with this thing or just catch people off guard, it is a very powerful. This thing will one-shot most things, even with just its AP. I really enjoyed playing this vehicle. This was definitely one of the best vehicles for France at Tier 1, in my opinion. Oh no, oh no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought that was them, but I might be losing it. Oh, there you are. So, if you load up France, one of the first things you're probably going to notice is there are vehicles above the reserve vehicles. And from what I understand, these are so bad that they updated the game to add these and replace them. And it won't even let you research them without having a tier 2 vehicle, it looks like. And obviously no one's going to play these, so that means I don't have to do it in the video, right? Oh god, yeah, this thing has APCR only. Oh no. Okay, let's see. There's this thing. Can we kill him? Well, okay. Let's see if we can hurt this thing. Non-penetration. Juicy. Target non-damage. Non-penetration. What if I aim for the lower plate? No. Oh! Jeep, I don't think it's working. Okay, does getting closer help? It might. Okay, we were able to get close enough to actually penetrate. What about the upper front plate? Can we go through that now? Sure can. Oh, I see the drivers down here. I need to hit them. Okay, wow. That actually worked. Okay, now I believe this is a Panzer III. Let's see if we can penetrate this thing. From here, maybe not, but let's try. I think this is a weak spot, like right here. Or is this this might be Panzer IV, actually. I don't know. Okay, well that worked. What if I try to shoot this spot again? And it goes in, but the mouse shrapnel's very low. If I shoot over this way more? What about this thing? Oh. Shoot the driver hatch? I don't actually know if that's the driver hatch. That did not do anything. I'll have to double check if this is Panzer IV or Panzer III. I think this is Panzer IV because the turret looks a little bit different. That doesn't look like the Panzer III turret. But I don't really know that much, so I'll have to double check. Can we at least penetrate the side? Oh, and it didn't even ricochet, it's just no. Okay. All right, let's look at the AMC-34. So it has a 47mm cannon. And let's see, what ammo does it have? It has this APHE, but the pin is really bad. Like, comparatively, the Soviets have a 45mm gun, which has 70mm of pin. So I'm thinking it's this really bad muzzle velocity of 450 meters per second, because it looks like it has plenty of TNT in it. But yeah, this thing is... If it is enough to penetrate vehicles, it will probably destroy them in one hit. But the problem is, it's just not very good at penetrating. This is a breath of fresh air compared to these other two, though. This APHE is much better. So I would not recommend you play either of these three vehicles, honestly, but out of these three, this one's probably the best one with its APHE.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
I can't quite see him with my gunners. Oh my goodness. Oh fuck. Just gave away my position. Didn't even kill anybody. Oh, that was way too low. Wow. Fuck. This one is basically the Hotchkiss 39, but the earlier version. So it still has quite good armor. So you see it has 34 around the hull and then 40, so it has the same turret, but the 40 to 45. And it has 2 crew members, and it's quite slow compared to the 39. 39 got an engine upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. So, and it has APCR as its only option. Normally APCR is great at penetrating, but I don't know what they're doing. This is really bad. There are AP rounds that get more pin than this. So like if we go over here and look at this regular AP round gets more pin, and it's the same gun, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I can definitely see why they replaced this vehicle, because this APCR does extremely little damage. It's very likely to bounce. See, like the 0 chance to ricochet up to the 50% chance to ricochet is not much difference in that. Don't play this. It is miserable, and then this thing over here is pretty similar. It is also very slow. It does have some good armor on the turret. That's 40mm. But the problem is, again, you have 2 crew members, and the ammo is just absolutely abysmally bad. Don't play these. There's no reason they don't lead to anything. Just don't do it. There we go. Oh! Everybody just seems to love this 37mm. I don't know what's up with it. There must be some kind of reason. I know Germany is using it, and the US is also using it. So, and then here's Sweden using it too. Anyway, they started with the Stridsvagn Mark 31 or M31. I don't know if that's the year production. I'll have to look. As well as the 38. They both look pretty normal as far as tanks go. Sweden does have some weird designs later, but pretty normal looking tanks. The 31 has more armor, as well as a more powerful engine. Has, again, just like the bare minimum. Actually, it's a little more than the bare minimum of armor. It's about 20mm. And then the 31 is a little bit faster, but it has less armor. They have the same gun, the 37mm, and they both have a 6. Actually, whoa, this one has a 6.5mm machine gun. This one has an 8mm machine gun for some reason. The round they fire, they have an AP. They also have an APHE, which is quite good. 55mm of pin. 15 grams of TNT, not 15 kilograms. And then they also have APDS for some reason, which is kind of wild. It's 115mm of pin. But it's only 300 grams, so it's not going to do a ton of damage once it enters the vehicle, but if you really need to pin some stuff, you can definitely do it with this thing. I don't like that. Oh, there's somebody. As long as I'm still on the point, I don't really care. Got him. Whoo! Aim the gun down, you shit. Okay, we got a critical hit. Oh, a ricochet, I think. Okay, I'll take a kill assist. That's fine. There is a dedicated finish section over here on the right, which has other people's stuff, because obviously Finland doesn't make any tanks, though they do sometimes repurpose them or slap them together. But yeah, this is the Vickers, which is an English tank that England actually didn't adopt, but as you'll notice, it looks very similar to the T-26, just the turret's different because there's a different gun in it. But yeah, now they do have an APHE. I believe that is the same one, or at least a very similar one, and then they have an AP round. I did not have any success in this thing. It's awfully slow. The armor is not very good. It's just not especially desirable. Your first anti-air is at 1.7. Okay, Google, how am I supposed to say this thing?
Pansarvärnslavett-vagn.
Alright, you lost me. So, depending on which translation I use, it either means anti-tank bow wagon, or it can mean anti-tank wash carriage. I don't know if I'm separating those words out in there correctly. It's okay. The biggest thing is it only has 36 rounds before you have to reload, and it only has 3 of those belts. So it's kind of hard to use. You can't really just spray a whole lot. You got to be careful. It does have a little bit of armor on the front, but the 2 crew means you're going to die pretty much instantly if you get into a fight with anybody else. And it's moderately quick. Definitely not my favorite anti-air. I think so. Okay. Alright, turn the gun around, you nerd. Actually, this is probably just fucking conscript. Got a hit. Somehow didn't hit any of those. Okay, he just kind of crashed. Oh, there's someone else. Is that them again? Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. There we go. Holy shit. I was like, how did I not kill you already? Oh my god, you're kidding me. There's no way. Finland also has a T-28 model. It's just the same thing. Again, it has the kind of crappy 76mm. You have to unlock the APHE actually, which is kind of funny because you're stuck with the shrapnel shell and the HE until you unlock that one. Which actually, this seems to be an upgraded version because I think the regular Soviet one doesn't have quite this powerful. You're going to get the IKV, which is infantry cannon wagon basically. It has extremely good gun depression at -20. It has a little bit of armor on the front. Let's see how that slope is. So yeah, it's about 23mm of armor counting in the slope. It's actually quite fast. Doesn't have any problem being off-road. And the round it shoots is quite powerful. There's an APH 900 which gets 63mm of pin, 260 grams of TNT. That's quite a lot. And the AP shot gives you 85mm of pin if you need that, and the HE gives you, not great, but 9mm. And there's also a smoke shell if you're down for that. The STRV-40 is very similar to the STRV-38. Actually, I think it's the exact same thing. They've switched from one 8mm machine gun to 2 30 cals, and then otherwise, Yeah, it looks like it's exactly the same, except they bolted on some extra armor right here, right here, right here, and on the front of the turret. So it's a little better protected in the front, but still has the kind of crappy 13mm armor around on the side. BT-42. It uses the same chassis that the BT-5 and BT-7 use, which makes it really fast, and then it has this weird-ass British turret slapped on top for which you can barely turn around. The round it shoots is decently powerful, and there's also a heat option. Now, the heat round actually does get a lot of pin at 115, again, no matter how far away they are, but this thing's kind of weird to use because it's really fast, but the turret can't turn, so you gotta be careful, and of course it has very low armor, and the turret's a giant target. I didn't have any luck with it, but I've definitely seen some people make this thing work, and I feel like there's a lot of possibility here, especially with the awesome BT chassis. Oh yeah, he's coming like right here. I don't know if I can aim down enough, unfortunately.
We no longer have the advantage.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Okay. Woo! And last but most, certainly not least, we have the
Storm PS.
4344. It has some actually decent armor on the front. It has 50mm here in a few spots with some sloped armor here. And it has a very big 150mm cannon. You only get 10 shots, but the HE is really massive. 48mm pin, that's one of the most powerful HEs available, and you can only use the HE for it. This thing's pretty funny, but it can be a bit frustrating. It has a slow reload, and of course you're kind of a sitting duck from behind. But yeah, this thing's usually hard for me to kill because I forget to shoot down here at the crew. I just keep shooting up here, and if you're fighting this thing, shoot up here to hit the gunner on the left side. So if you're head on, just shoot to the left over here, and then once you've done that, you can shoot to the right here, and you can hit the machine gunner, and you can potentially go through and also hit the commander back there as well, or you can shoot the left side again to hit the driver. Oh my god, you're kidding me, I hit that. Sheesh! And lastly, I'll go over some vehicle recommendations for Tier 1. For the US, use the M2 or the M3 Stuart. Both of those are great. The 50 cal anti-air truck is also pretty good. If you want to go for premium, the M8 LAC is great, but obviously that's not available for everybody. For Germany, the Panzer III E, F, and J models are all excellent. The Squeezy Boy Spy car is quite fun, and the Panzer Jaeger. You could also take out the 15cm if you want, but it's super slow and you gotta be really careful or you're gonna die easily. For USSR, obviously the BT-5 and BT-7 are some of the best, possibly the best vehicles at this tier. The Su-76 is great if you want a tank destroyer, and the 50 cal truck almost never disappoints. For Great Britain, obviously you can take out the Stuart, the Tetrarch, or the Daimler, and of course the Staghound is incredibly good. For Japan, I liked the tanks with the heat rounds, so the Igoko, the Chiha, and the Hoi. You can snipe with those really excellently, and they'll do fine up close as well. For China, obviously the M8, it's amazing. For Italy, the AB-41, as well as the AS-4247, which is the car with the anti-tank gun in it, and then the L-40, of course. For France, the Maginot line, the Hotchkiss 39, the S-35, and the D2. You can also take out the Tractor, and the Lorraine is excellent. For Sweden, basically all of them except for the Vickers and the T-28 were quite good. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you want to see some more War Thunder stuff, let me know, and if you want to see a similar or maybe slightly different video, let me know as well.